there, it's Simit Yes and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a speed build of a house which I created, I wouldn't say for a family since I created the house first before the family, but it's a family house and I uploaded the family this morning because I'm actually doing this voiceover right after the voiceover for the family create a sim, but to you it will be a few days ago because I'm not uploading this for another few days yet. So this house, I think it's quite modern. It was inspired by a house which I see on my way to school. I won't show you because I don't actually know who lives there, so I think it would be a bit weird to put a picture on here. But it's quite similar to the house in real life, I think. Although I don't know at all what the back looks like. This house doesn't actually have a back garden because I don't know. I didn't want to move it to a different lot, and the bit which you can see on the top of the house ends up being sort of like a garden anyway because I put sort of a barbecue and things up there. So the roofing is, I think it's quite different to how I would usually roof a house because I'm quite basic usually, but I quite like how this roofing turned out because roofing is a thing I struggle with quite a lot, to be honest. But I like how this turned out, and I really like the brick because I do quite like using brick in my builds because I just think it looks really nice. The green, I would say it's green, siding is actually on this house in real life because I mean I didn't copy the house, I just sort of used it for inspiration because if you look at the picture and then look at this build, this might be contradicting something I just said, I can't remember, but they do look quite different. I don't know, so from some angles it looks very similar, like the angle I usually see it at on my way to school. The road is on the left side of the house, so that bit is quite similar because I was able to do that the same as it is in real life, but the rest of it, I've never actually seen it from the front before, but I looked at a picture and the ground is not even, so of course I can't replicate that exactly in The Sims 4 because we have no terrain tools yet, which we really do need because terrain tools in The Sims 3 were so helpful with builds. They just made things a lot more realistic because not everywhere is flat ground. There are a lot of houses on hills, and I loved making houses on hills. I loved making them with the stilts underneath. I thought that was really fun. When I first realised that you could use terrain tools, I used them so much. I wasn't a very good builder at first in The Sims 3, honestly. I was a bit shocking at first. So my first few houses with the terrain tools were quite shocking. But in the end I think I worked out, how to use them appropriately. And anyway, so I think I've done the layout now. Did I do the layout on camera? I didn't actually see. But okay, so the top of the house, I did try to connect them together, so I only needed one staircase, but I couldn't. I don't know if I've tried yet or if I try a bit later in the video, but I just couldn't. It wasn't working. I think I tried it earlier actually before I put the stairs in. Because in this room I'm doing now, this is the parents' room, but over the other side is the toddler room. And I didn't think, I mean, it's obviously not a good idea to have them the furthest rooms away from each other in the house because, toddlers need care, but that's just how it worked out. So it's not entirely realistic, but And in this room, because the wall is part of the roof that's next to the room, so the siding, which is on the roof, because it needs to be there to be on the side of the roof, is also there at this part, and it wouldn't let me change it without changing the whole roof. So I had to try and incorporate the siding into the bedroom somehow. So I just sort of carried it on behind the bed and hoped that it went. I think it's okay. I do quite like this room, to be honest. It's not neutral. There's sort of splashes of colour, but it's not a colour overload, if you know what I mean. The bathroom obviously had the same problem with the siding on one wall, so I just put it all around, and I think it turned out looking okay. Right now, I think the bathroom's looking a bit too blue, but we do change the toilet to white, I think, in a minute. Oh, I love this shelf because I love being able to put things on the shelf, like, you know, things, my own things. So I've got the different towels on there and the laundry basket. And here is the toddler room, which is so far away from the parents' room. It's such a bad idea, but you know, it's The Sims, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, wait, it kind of does matter, doesn't it? Because if the toddler wakes up in the middle of the night, you know, oh well, oh well. We've got the teen room downstairs, and I guess she can help too. So I don't really know if I wanted a theme for the toddler's room, because usually if I do a child room, I'll have a theme. Like, I've done dinosaurs before, and I think that's what I ended up sort of doing in here, because I've got all the different dinosaur toys. And right now I've got the dinosaur decals on the wall, which do stay there, I think. But there's also other things dotted around, like the giraffe over there and the bear chair in the corner. It's just a bit of a mismatched. Well, actually, it's not really that mismatched, is it? Because it's all kind of green and blue and orange. But it's just sort of a random toddler room where you can put anything and it looks fine. And oh yeah, I put those night lights because I don't know if when the toddler ages up to a child, do they keep the monster under the bed away? I don't really know, but the monster under the bed is quite annoying sometimes when you just want them to sleep and they just won't. It's very annoying, but whatever. And I just did the bathroom upstairs. All the bathrooms, I went. They all look quite similar because I had to use a bath in most of the bathrooms because obviously we've got a toddler and they can't shower, so that restricts the space. So there's not as much creativity that can go into the bathroom because they are all quite small and they've all got to have a bath. So the toilets are sort of tucked away in the corners, and you'll see in the screenshots later they're really awkward angles because I couldn't capture everything in the screenshots. And this is my favourite room in the entire build. I think this is the teenager's room. I love the ombre wallpaper. I just thought it was perfect for her, and those fairy light, are they fairy? No, they're the flower lights. They're just so perfect for her. And then I've got all the candles dotted around because, oh, I love this barrier, the candle barrier, and that's what gave me the idea to make her into the wellness skill. And everything in the room, it just so her, like the flowers on the mirror and the sheer drapes over the curtains, over the windows. It's all just so, it just ties in with what I want her to be. So there's obviously, it's not really a colour scheme, but everything is sort of pink and blue and purple in the room, and I did that for her outfits, as you will have seen if you've watched that video. And it's just a really calming room. It's really natural. It's all like sort of candles. I don't think there's actually any lamps in there. I think it's all just candles giving light. And then we're moving on to the downstairs now. I really like the exposed brick there, the white bricks. I think they're really cute. I just said earlier, but I love using bricks in my builds. And then that's an idea I got from Deligracy there, that one different cabinet, because I know that she does that quite a lot, I think. And I think it's really nice. It's just sort of something different, which it changes it up a little bit. And so I've got this cute little kitchen in the corner. I don't know whether to surround the kitchen or not, but I do end up going around with that half wall. But the half walls, what's it called? The bit on top of the half wall. I don't know what they call it, but it's really weird. Like trying to get it the right color. Like you never know what color it's gonna come out, and then I can never get it to go with anything unless it's black or white. It's really weird. They're really, like the wood shades, I don't know, they're just not the same as the swatches. But right now this room is looking pretty dull, but the colour is just starting to come in with the mismatched pastel chairs. You'll see a bit more of the pastel now with all the different wall colours. I think it's so cute. It's just such a little family kitchen with all the different colours around. Oh, it's so lovely. And then I put all these because I've been wanting to use these for a while. These I don't know what they are really. They look like something you would put over a door, sort of, instead of you'd put them over like an archway instead of a door, wouldn't you? Yeah, but they're over the windows because they're not keeping any light out, but they just look cute, don't they? Really. And obviously I've got the high chair there for the toddler. But this living room space, I really did not know what to do because I didn't want to go too mad with the colours, but I did want, like, I didn't want it all to look samey and bland. But the living, I think it was just a bit, I don't know, I couldn't get things in the right place. It just wasn't working. It did work eventually, but I had to have a lot less chairs than I initially planned. And then this sort of hallway area here, there was a lot of space to put random things, and I didn't really know what to put where. But I put a big speaker there because obviously there's a music room. It's a very musically orientated family. And then I put this "Don't Wake the Llama" table in because I thought it was just a cute activity they could all do together. It's near the what's that thing called? It's like the family corkboard thing where they can set curfew. I think that's really good for the teenager. The parents can set curfew for her. And I'm just trying to place random things here and there. There's the computer, and I did try and put a few paintings on the wall, I think. I've got the aquarium there. There's all just sort of things that I tried to place to fill up the space right now because the living room and the kitchen are kind of packed into a small space with the dining room as well. And so I've got the rest of the hallway just to place random things and fill up space. Like, it's not really any sort of function room, it's just sort of there. And then this is the, what do you call it, the foyer, I suppose. It's a bit of a fancy word, but it's the room, the room that you come into and you've got all your shoes and your coats. I don't actually have one, but my friends have one, so that's there. And then this is the rest of the hallway. I just thought a cute little side table because I really like that one. I think it's quite hippie. I don't know which this family isn't, but I don't know. I thought it really goes. But it's a bit dark in that hallway right now. I don't know if it's because of the curtains. It's really dark. And then this, oh, we're moving over to here. Okay, this is the music room, and it actually didn't need to be as big as this, I realised, because the only instruments we have right now in The Sims 4 are violins, guitars, and the big piano. So there wasn't really much else to put in there, really. And so I quickly ran out of ideas of, what to put and where. But anyway, we're moving to the outside now. I did think there was the other bathroom. Maybe I didn't film that bit. I don't know. I think there was supposed to be a bit more, but maybe, I don't know, maybe the filming went wrong. But there's a little, what's that called? Like a yoga mat for the teen in the corner out here. I thought that was quite cute because there wasn't really room for that in her room. She only had the stool thing. And then, of course, we've got some lights around. We've got a bar and a barbecue and a little dining table with a high chair, of course. And then this is where I move to the landscaping, which I'm normally pretty okay at, but I struggled a bit with this build because I didn't really know what to use. I didn't want to use too many different types of plants, but I've got a few around. I didn't really know what to use at first. You just saw me looking around for what to actually use. But once I sort of found 3 or 4 things, I just sort of placed them around. I was going to try and use that new bush, but it's just too big and round, and it's just the wrong colour, so it didn't really work. But I've got the little bird, what's it called, the bird bath and the tree, and I think it's looking okay. So that's the end of the video. We're moving into the screenshots now. So this is the hallway of the house, and then this is, oh, there's the mother sitting on the sofa watching the TV, she must be. There's the kitchen with a little calendar on the wall, I love that. And then the aquarium, although I didn't actually think of any of them. Oh, I didn't actually put any of their traits anything to do with fishing, but I suppose they can like the outdoors. This is the father in, what's her name, Elizabeth's room. This, I think you saw me, actually no, you didn't see me furnish that bathroom, no, that's the one that was furnished off camera. Here's the music room. I don't think the end of the music room was actually in the recording. I guess that wasn't filmed. I don't know, I thought it was. So there's 3 bathrooms. You can see the screenshots are really awkward because it's all sort of corners everywhere, so you can't see the whole thing. This is the toddler's room with all the dinosaurs in the middle. Then the 3rd bathroom, I think this is the one upstairs next to the toddler's room. Then here's the outside. And so this is the end of the video now. Just the floor plans left. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and bye.